Whoops, I just dropped the box, but good thing that had the cushion in it. Hey, what's up everyone, Danny here. This is the next Craigslist Ride Along, and it's actually going to be a reverse Craigslist Ride Along in that I'm going to take you along with me to sell something. I haven't sold anything on the Craigslist Ride Along series yet. I did sell something through Craigslist in a different video for the PC flipping challenge that I did with OFA, but for the Craigslist Ride Along series, I have not sold anything. And today we are going to be selling this graphics card right here, the R9 290X. If you remember, that was in the Cooler Master build, and the reason I'm selling it is because of the Ethereum mining craze right now. That has driven the price of so many graphics cards up, so I'm just gonna sell this while it's worth a lot, and then when prices for graphics cards go down again to something reasonable and stable, I'll pick something up to put back into that system. But yeah, let's go get this thing sold. Alright, so first I need to get this in the anti-static bag, and I'm going to put it in a box so that when it's in the car and stuff, it will be safe. And it should be good to go. Even got myself a nice carrying handle too. Alright. Paul, where you at? I gotta put Paul in the cage. There he is. Come on, Paul, let's go. I gotta put Paul in the cage because he's still considered a puppy, so we can't leave him out. And there's nobody else home right now. Come on, Paul, let's go. Yeah, so we can't just leave him running around because he might eat something or get into stuff, and he might die. So we gotta put him in this cage. Paul, come on. All right, there you go. Good boy. Not list this 290X on Craigslist to be sold. I originally listed it on eBay because I wanted to reach more people. Someone who actually lives in Seattle that found my ad on eBay messaged me and offered $220. Actually no, he offered $200 first, but then I told him I think I could get $220 realistically at the end of the day. So he agreed on that. I think he just lowballed at first, knowing that I would meet somewhere in the middle. So I canceled the auction, and I actually didn't have anyone bidding on it, so that was a good thing, because if people already bid on it and you cancel it, you also have to pay a fee for doing that depending on what the final bid was. So I canceled the auction, and I'm going to meet him right now to sell it. We're going to meet at this Asian grocery store in downtown Seattle. I first looked at Hardware Swap to see what the prices of these graphics cards, or any of like the AMD graphics cards were, and Hardware Swap was affected by it too. A lot of people were posting up their cards for really high prices, and all of those posts got downvoted. I think the Hardware Swap community is upset that people are selling their cards for a high price to these miners. I partially agree with their being upset because, you know, for people who actually want to buy graphics cards, this is going to be a horrible time to buy it because of this. But I don't think all the sellers, including myself, are doing a scummy thing depending on the situation. So I think if you are a person who went to actual vendors and retailers and you bought out all the graphics cards so that there were none left, you know, you cleaned them out and made the cards go out of stock so that regular gamers can't buy the graphics card for their systems, then I think that's a little bit of a scummy thing to do. Though, is it your fault that AMD or Nvidia can't keep up with the stock? Let's not get into that. Or if you want to get into that, feel free to discuss below. I think this is a really good thing to discuss. Now, I think if you're a person who bought any of these graphics cards before this Ethereum, you know, craze happened, I think you're in the clear, because you had no idea this was gonna happen. And it's not like you bought this card in a time where they are in low stock. Like for me personally, when I bought my RX 480, I bought that in the time period between January and April of 2017, when the deal for RX 480s, 4 gigabytes, were anywhere between $150 to $170, and then you get a rebate as well as like a Doom code on top of that. This was like a super common deal. Anyone was able to hop on it if they wanted to, and we went over these deals week after week on Windows Shop Weekly, and we told people this is the best card you can buy at the moment, and it's in stock in like all the places. I bought that card way before this happened, so I don't feel bad selling the RX 480 for $300 like I did. Now we're going to discuss this R9 290X that I bought. I bought this last year, if you remember, right after the budget build showdown. Around that time, 290Xs were going for anywhere between $130 to $150. So I held onto that card for a good, what is it? We're in June now. So I held onto that card for like 7 or 8 months. So I don't feel bad selling this for, you know, a more premium price, because I didn't swipe that card from someone else who like desperately needs a card that's in that performance level. It wasn't like there was 10 other people that, you know, was in line behind me to try to buy it. Now, you may agree with me or you may disagree with me, but that's my story and I'm sticking to it. If you do disagree with me, let me know down below. I'm pretty sure there are people who are gonna think what I am doing is scummy, but you know what? What can I say? All right, I'm here, so let's see where he's at. Hey, how's it going? Let me open up this trunk. Yeah, sure. I'm Danny, by the way. Nice to meet you. Yeah, thanks for doing that. Is it cool if I record this? I won't have you in it. Oh yeah, sure. Okay. I didn't see the price of these go up until like the last couple of months.
I have my suspicions. I think people started finally realizing that these things were actually quite valuable to mine them.
Okay.
It kind of coincides with improvements in efficiency in terms of like the actual software that mines the coins. They've gotten to the point where, you know, it's pretty significant how much more efficient they were than they were just a couple months ago. So it's become quite profitable to do it. I don't know for how long. Probably not very long, but you know, you may as well just ride the wave when you have it. It's crazy, and I'm sure that you probably paid like at least $50 less than this.
Oh yeah, I paid $140 for that. So yeah.
And it was actually just a couple months ago. I bought an R9 290. Yeah. Not an X, a 290 for $100, and another one for $125, and I'm paying $220 for this one, not because I think it's actually worth $220 as a card, but I don't get my money back. So let me go ahead and, do you do Google Wallet as well, or just?
I don't do Google Wallet. That's the one that I don't do. I do Venmo and PayPal. I don't know why, because I use Gmail and everything Google, but it was just the latest one to come around for me anyway, so I already have like, you know, familiarity with the other two. And good luck with the card. Let me know if there's any problems. There shouldn't be.
I don't expect so. I've done deals like this frequently enough, and they've all been working fine. So.
Okay, sweet.
Good stuff.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks for meeting up with me.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care.
Bye. That was the Craigslist transaction. It actually worked out really well, and the guy was super cool, and he knew I paid less for the card, and he was okay with it. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel and like to see more content like this, please be sure to subscribe. Let me know down below. So this is where I usually ask, you know, because I pick up a great deal or something on Craigslist, I usually ask you if you also picked up a great deal, but I guess this time around, since I'm selling, I guess let me know if you sold something recently on Craigslist or if you were able to flip something for profit. But also let me know if you did pick up anything great on Craigslist, as always. But yeah, I look forward to reading all your comments down below, as well as seeing you in the next video. Bye.